couple years back, I was really insecure about my body. People didn't respect me at all. I felt weird when I walked into a room. And then I discovered body language. I learned about it, I studied it, and instantly my social life just changed. I didn't change as a person, I just learned a skill that transformed social interactions for me. And now I want to teach it to you. So I will analyze the narrator and Tyler Durden Fight Club, because it's the before and after that I want you to go through.
Right here, first things first, the touch in the face. Okay, if you watch my videos, you already know touching your face is never good. You can't have good body language when you touch your face. Never ever touch above the neck. It's bad for your skin, and it shows all the bad kind of qualities that a human could have. This right here, it shows obvious stress, and you're covering up like important parts of yourself, right? Your eyes. Eyes are important for eye contact. Eyes are a very attractive thing, but if you cover them up, it shows that you're insecure. If he would be in a conversation with someone and he would be covering up his eyes, that's not attractive. That's very, very insecure. Same thing with his mouth, right? You see people sometimes doing it when they talk because they're insecure about their smile or something. Don't cover up your face, okay? It always shows insecurity or any other bad emotions, really.
Yeah.
Marla, it's me. Have we ever done it?
Done what?
Have we ever had sex?
What kind of stupid question is that?
Is it stupid because the answer is yes or because the answer is no?
Is this a trick?
No, Marla, I need to know.
You mean you want to know if I think we're just having sex or making love?
So we did make love.
Is that where you're...
Right here, notice how, he's asking a question, of course, right? So it makes sense that at the end of the sentence, he's going up with his voice. But if you listen closely to the narrator, who's kind of this weak version, of the character, you will notice that he very, very often at the end of the sentence goes up with the voice. Pretty much like 50% of the time, even sometimes when he doesn't ask questions. And that's just a very submissive thing to do. If you go up at the end of the sentence, it's a very insecure look for yourself. You always want to go down and make statements.
You're calling it?
Just answer the question, Marla, please.
And right here, another thing, you can hear how he's getting emotional. The second you get emotional, you lose. Because being emotional shows weakness. It's very easy to exploit people's emotions. When someone is fed up, it's very easy to play on that. So even if you get emotional, if you get angry at someone, don't show him.
Please, did we do it or not?
You fuck me, then snub me. You love me, you hate me. You show me a sensitive side, then you turn into a total asshole. Is that a pretty accurate description of our relationship, Tyler?
We have just lost cabin pressure.
What did you just say?
What is wrong with...
No, right here, I know he did it because he was like so flabbergasted by what she said. But the way he whispered, okay, I just want to quickly note that when we change vocal pitches, when we start screaming, for example, from like the normal, standard voice pitch, when we start screaming, when we start to go louder, people lean in, people listen to you, obviously they have to because you're screaming. But the same thing goes when you go from your normal pitch to a whisper, because then people lean in, they want to hear what you say, they need to put more effort in to hear what you say, and they want to because it seems like it's important because you switch your vocal pitch. Humans are wired to pay attention to stuff that changes. When you, for example, you're outside in nature and you look at the trees the whole time and nothing changes, right? So you get used to it. And then out of nowhere, let's say like a bird flies up really fast. Your eyes instantly track that bird. Okay, it's just naturally. We instantly pay attention to things that change. That's how we get interested in stuff. Something changes, it has our attention instantly. Same with voice. We change our vocal pitch and people instantly pay attention because something changed. And that's very interesting for us.
What did you just call me? Say my name.
Tyler Durden. Tyler Durden, you fucking freak. What's going on? I'm coming over.
No, wait, Marla, I'm not there.
Again, right here, how he gets emotional, how he starts screaming. Changing your vocal pitch to screaming is usually, the way you don't want to do it. Because if you scream, it's emotional. And showing your emotions, it's a bad look. It reveals a lot of weakness from him.
You broke your promise.
Now, this is the other side, right? You see him getting emotional the whole time. Tyler Durden, who's like the cool character, he usually stays calm all the time. Even right here. This guy, the narrator, he just broke his trust. And still, the Tyler Durden stays calm. He doesn't show him that he might be emotionally affected by it, even though I think he probably is.
Jesus, Tyler.
You fucking talk to her about me.
Tyler, what the fuck is going on?
And also notice how the second he saw Tyler in the room, his entire body language, his frame broke. He didn't have good body language before, but when you switch up your entire body language too quickly, the second someone talks to you or something, you place too much importance on that person, and that person notices that because your entire body language is essentially saying, "Oh, holy shit, they're talking to me. This is crazy." Especially with a girl. Usually you want to stay unreactive, unfazed. You want to stay calm when someone talks to you. You saw him how he kind of went, from down here talking in the telephone to instantly, straight up. Looking at him, turning around in like super speed. That also checks out with the point with moving slowly. Moving slowly is confident. You don't want to move too fast, as he did right here.
Here.
I ask you for one thing. One simple
Why
thing.
do people think that I'm you?
Also notice how he broke the eye contact right here by looking to the side. It's a little thing. If you ever break eye contact, always do it to the side. Never do it by looking to the floor, because that's submissive.
Think that I'm you? Answer me!
Now this is also a classic move. I've seen a guy pick up a girl this way. That's random, but you see how he didn't say anything here. He just removed his sunglasses and had strong eye contact, kind of like, you know what I'm talking about. This is a way to embrace silence and still get your message across.
Shit.
Now let's look at the body language, the way Tyler Durden's sitting. I think he has his legs crossed right here. I'm not a big fan of this. I know there are body language experts behind the character, but having your legs crossed is always submissive in this way. I think it doesn't really match with the confident character that Tyler Durden portrays, and I think you shouldn't do it. Instead, I would, just kind of have my legs flared out like this. If I cross my legs, I would put, this part, the foot, I would put it on the other leg and then have it kind of going out like this, right? This is a lot more confident pose.
Answer me, why do people think that I'm you?
I think you know.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
It's just not a good look the way his mouth is constantly opened. I know he's supposed to look like he's nervous and stuff. Just check yourself in real life. It shows that you're just kind of overwhelmed with the situation.
Why would anyone possibly confuse you with me?
I don't know.
You got it.
We can see how he's only showing the left side of his face. And this is very interesting because humans are actually wired to think that their left side of the face is more attractive than the right side. And that is because the left side of the brain is connected with the right side of the left side of the face connected with the right side of the brain. And that makes us think that the left side is more attractive, which in return makes us more confident if we have this kind of pose. Okay, if you have this pose where more of our left side is exposed to the person we're talking to.
You got it.
No.
Do not fuck with us!
Say it.
Because
Say it.
we're the same person.
Two things. How the narrator broke the eye contact by looking down before. You saw Tyler Durden breaking the eye contact by looking to the side. He broke the eye contact by looking down. That's submissive. That's why you shouldn't do it. It's a submissive way to break the eye contact.
Same person.
That's
Now here, two things. Again, the strong eye contact from Tyler Durden And also the way he's kind of pointing at him with his entire hand. When you point at someone with your entire hand, it's a lot better than when you point with one finger. When you point with one finger, it's threatening. With the entire hand, it's just engaging, right?
We are the all singing, all dancing crap. Tyler, I don't understand this.
You were looking for a way to change your life. You could not do this on your own. All the ways you wish you could be, that's me.
Now again, you can see the way he kind of went and elevated his chin at the end of the sentence. Elevating your chin and doing this kind of motion, it's a show of dominance because you're exposing your neck. Exposing your neck area is always dominant. It's very confident because your neck is a very vulnerable, probably the most vulnerable area of your body where it's very easy to damage you. And by exposing it, you're showing that you're confident by making yourself vulnerable in the situation. And that just shows that you're in general a very confident individual.
I look like you want to look. I fuck like you want to fuck. I am smart, capable, and most importantly, I'm free in all the ways that you are not.
Tyler's not here. Tyler went away. Tyler's gone.
What?
This is impossible.
The way he's gesturing with his palms face downwards. In general, if you gesture this way, it's a good way to gesture. It's not bad body language. It's a kind of this de-escalating type of gesture. On the other hand, if you would have your palms face upwards, then it's the beggar's pose. The beggar's pose is very submissive.
This is crazy.
People do it every day.
Now right here we can see Tyler Durden leaning forward. Leaning forward shows that you're interested in the other person, but it's also submissive. Okay, so use it wisely because it's submissive, but it shows that you're still engaged in the conversation, and it also decreases the amount of space that is between you two. So this makes the whole conversation a lot more intimate, a lot closer. That's good with girls.
They talk to themselves. They see themselves as they'd like to be. They don't have the courage you have.
Again, right here, also leaning forward. Same kind of thing. But the way he does it is also where his entire head's kind of tilted forward. You saw Tyler Durden doing it a lot more. His neck was a lot more, a lot straighter. This just creates bad body language for him. Because his head is leaned forward like this, he's also slumped over.
To just run with it. Naturally, you're still wrestling with it, so...
Again, you saw the open mouth before. It just looks stupid. That's why women say pick your jaws up when you see hard women.
Sometimes you're still you.
We should do this again sometime.
Other times, you imagine yourself watching me.
If this is your first night at Fight Club, you have to fight.
Little by little, you're just letting yourself be.
And also look at the strong eye contact that he has. Okay, he's almost staring. I maybe wouldn't advise you to do that. Again, do it selectively, do it when it works. There's a 5-second rule with eye contact, and it essentially says that after 5 seconds of eye contact, you can break it. But until 5 seconds, there's nothing weird about it. So in your head, you can have this timer where you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you break the eye contact. That's the most confident way where you're not always looking away, looking towards the person, looking away again. But instead you hold strong eye contact, but then you also break it so it's not turning into a stare.
Become Tyler Durden.
And right here you can see the little smirk. Okay, big men smirk. Big men don't smile too much because smiling too much, showing your teeth too much is submissive. Instead, they substitute that, with smirks. They substitute it with nods. Of course, smiling is a great thing because if you smile, you also become more happy. That's I think there's been studies on that too. But if you do it too often, if you show your teeth too much, it's submissive. Okay, so instead, try to smirk, try to nod, try to substitute the smile.
I'm not your job! How much money you have to pay?
No, you have a house.
Rented in your name.
You have jobs, you have a whole life.
You have night jobs because you can't sleep. Or you stay up and make soap.
Marla, you're fucking Marla.
Also notice how, in this clip we can see it very well, how he's asking questions, but he's all the time he's doing it in a way where he's going up with his voice of the question, right? That's how questions are usually asked. You will see that big men, CEOs, important people, they don't always go up with the voice at the end of a sentence. Even if they ask questions, they sometimes go down with the voice. It makes people uncomfortable because they're not used to it, but it is a very confident thing to do. If you go down with your voice, it shows confidence, so it shows that you're making statements. And also notice how his palm is faced upwards here. This is a submissive gesture, the baggage pose.
Technically, you're fucking wrong, but it's all the same to her.
Oh my god.
Now you see our dilemma.
Now see the switch here, okay? How he's leaning back now. I told you that it was submissive when you lean in. Leaning back, it's like tools that you can use. If a girl is not, for example, if a girl, I just guess that you like girls because I feel like, most men do, right? If a girl doesn't answer or doesn't talk to you in the way that you want her to, you can kind of lean back and show her that you're not content with how she's acting by the way you move your body, by the way you use body language, right? You kind of take away attention from her by leaning back. It shows her that, you don't like how she's been acting. On the other hand, if she's been giving you compliments or if she's, treating you very nicely, you can do a move like leaning in where you give her attention, where you are a bit submissive, but you're kind of like, you're not doing it for no reason. You're doing it because she's been acting very nicely towards you. It's like tools that you can use in the right scenarios, if you understand what I mean.
She knows too much.
Also, look right here how he's sitting. Okay, it's a very, very confident pose. How he's having his right arm flared out right here. Creating a lot of space for himself, making himself bigger than he is. And of course, that's also the coat that he is on and the way that he's built. He's quite a fit guy. But still, with body language, no matter how skinny you are, I've been doing this since I was skinny. I'm built okay now, right? I'm fit. But even when you're skinny, with body language, you can make yourself so much bigger than you actually are.
I think we're gonna have to talk about how this might compromise our goals.
Again, notice how he's going down with his voice at the end of a sentence. How it might compromise our goals. Right? He's making statements. He's not asking questions. He could have asked him, how do you think this will compromise our goals? With his voice going up at the end of a sentence, asking a question, being submissive. But instead, he's turning it into a statement where he's going down with his voice.
What are you saying? This is bullshit.
And again, look how unfazed he is. You will notice how he's getting really emotional now, but Tyler Durden just stays completely calm. Okay, he just looks him up, kind of tilts his head, but he doesn't get emotional. He stays calm while the narrative freaks out.
This is bullshit. This is bullshit. I'm not listening to this. You are insane.
No, you're insane.
Right here, the way he's pointing at him with one finger, that's threatening. That's what I meant before. If you want to threaten someone, that's a good way to do it. If you don't want to do it, point with your entire hand.
You're insane. And we simply do not have time for this crap.
And that's it. That's the scene. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Stay big, man.